G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. Been a while, I know, the weather's been crazy, but we're back at the parts car today and I'm going to show you how to remove the front seat belt in a SX, SY, SY2, SC Ford Territory. Well, I believe the SCs are the same, correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, let's get to it. Hopefully this is a good angle for you. But to remove your front seat belts, you gotta remove this, and then one on the other side. But obviously, that's just some frame, whatever. All you do is you get your flathead screwdriver, get it under the plastic there if you can, and pop it out like that. Obviously, you've got the stainless ones. Got to be careful doing that. Now you got 2 flip screws. If they're full of crap, get a pick or a small screwdriver and clean out the screws. Trust me, I've learned the hard way a few times. Undo the screw and just chuck it on the floor. Oh yeah. And just pull up and just pull out like that, just like so. So 2 screws and just lifts off right like so. Now let me turn you a little bit. With this, there's a little foam block in there, and underneath that foam block's a screw. So here's that foam block that covers the screw, and it's just a Phillips screw too. Just one screw, undo it. And it just should wiggle on out of there, like that. You still have to twist it a little bit, but yeah, see that screw hole? That's where the foam block goes to cover that hole. Undo the screw and just wiggle it out, and it pops out just like that. Okay, we're now on the back side. Word of warning: I did broke it when I trying to take the seatbelt out the other day, because this piece that's broken off of this piece is supposed to be attached to this piece, and this piece goes pretty much under the seat, and it's a pain in the rear to get to. You can do it by shimmering it or yanking on it, that's how it's broken, but if you care about the car, be careful with it. You can get it out without having to do like disassemble the whole car like I did with mine. Didn't broke it in mine, thank God. But it's a pain. But it's pretty much a similar process. Just get your flathead screwdriver in there, pop that out, undo your 2 screws, but I'm missing a screw, just like so. And if you can shim it all out, this whole piece would have come out, and it would be about this tall or something like that. But since I broke it, what can you do? Ford and the Territory is really weird. Next thing on the list you got to do is remove the side cover, because that's where your main seatbelt bolt's attached to, which is really odd to me in the Territories, because in every other car it's attached to the floor. But you got to remove this cover. You can probably just pull on it like that, even though you're not supposed to. You're supposed to just pull on it, then slide it out. But obviously this plastic's some wood material that doesn't break. And down here, I don't know if you can see it. It should be a T50 Torx bit, and just like that, T50 Torx bit, and that's your seatbelt bolt. And now you got a swinging seatbelt. Okay, after trying to fight with my camera, hopefully you can see what I'm doing. So here's your loose seatbelt from the seat. Just pull back your rubbers like so. Your hands behind there and just pull on it. Feed your seatbelt through. And voila, that's your clip. That goes in your roof. That goes into 2 slots there. That we don't worry about. That lines up in your seatbelt. These piece here lines up in your seatbelt. I don't know if you can see it. Oh yeah, you can. That lines up your seatbelt, and then you got 2 clips on the bottom. So again, roof. Those 2 clips next to the roof. This part lines up your seatbelt, and then you got your 2 bottom clips here, and it just pulls right off. Do be careful though with the sliding mechanism, because it can pop off the track very easily. Trust me, I know. I had to fix it in my territory when I cleaned the seat belts on it. Yeah, I'll take to the next segment of removing the seat. Alright, after firing the camera again, I got another angle, hope you can see. And removing this bottom plastic is pretty much the same as the top plastic. Just carefully give it a tug, and then you just pull it up on it. Ta-da! Just like that. 2 clips up there that go into, I think, these 2 holes right there. And then these 2 feet just sit in the bottom square holes next to that bolt there. So, yeah. Now, before you take your bolts off, you got this metal clip here. It's, by the way, FGs have the same thing. Yeah, all you have to do is just push it that way. It's a bit of pain, but all you have to do is just push it. See? And let me just quickly put it back in to show you. All you have to do is just push to the left, pull it down slightly, and just jiggle it out of there. Bit of a pain, but you can get it out there. Now, onto the bolts. Okay, your seatbelt bolts should be a T50 like just on the seat. You got one here and one on the bottom. Just look back at the previous slide of the video where it is. It's just down there. All you have to do is just get your T50 and just go like that. And like that. Pull it out. And here we have it. Ford Territory seatbelt. Yes, I know it's moldy. I know it's dirty. But yeah, that's how you remove a seatbelt out of a Ford Territory SX, SY, SY2, SC. So pretty much almost all Ford Territories from 2004 to 2016. For anyone across the world has these, which I found out that South Africa has a bunch of these. So hello from South Africa. So yeah, obviously this car had a hard life, but yeah. Okay guys, once you're done doing what you need to do with your seatbelt, like replacing it or cleaning it or doing whatever you need to, time to put it back in the spot. And now it's really easy to do. All you have to do is just make sure you get in behind there, and it's got line up tabs that you can see. You put your T50 bolt back in there, or screw, whatever it's called. Get your gun or ratchet, whatever you have, whatever you preferred, and just do it up. Now you put your top bolt in, and be careful, don't lose this washer, because if you lose that washer, it'll bottom out into the track here and won't work properly. Put it in there. Put the flat side to this, because that little collar needs to go in that hole right there. Do it up. And like that, still moves around just fine, so it adjusts. So there we have it. That's all back in there now. Now with your metal piece here, you just wiggle it in there, lift it up slightly, make sure it's in the lower hole all the way, and then turn it towards you. And that metal piece is now locked in there. So, and FG's got this, so there's a heads up. Now, the lowered panel, let me just lower you guys down a bit. See these 2 holes here and there and there? Those 2 lower holes near the bolts is for these 2 feet right here. And that one, I have no idea what it does, but these 2 feet line up in those square holes on the bottom, and these 2 clips line up into those 2 holes there. So all you have to do is just line it up into the holes there for the feet, and then just click like that. And now for the upper panel, let me just bring you guys back up. You got clip hole here and there, 2 clip holes there, and a little nodge. So your clips there, little nodge that goes up in there, then 2 clips at the bottom here. So now what you gotta do is feed your seatbelt through. Just like so. Now you gotta line up these 2 nodules and this between that. And while line up all your clips at the same time. Line up in there. Adjust this if you need to. Wiggle it in there. Pull it around. In theory, it should just just goes back in there like so. There we go. A little bit of fight. But yeah, you know you've done it right when you adjust the works. Boy. Heads up, Territory's put up a little bit more fight than a Falcon does, I tell you. Now, after fighting with your plastics, you just reinstall your rubber. And while you're at it, might as well just replace your rubber, because Territories are known to have shrinking rubber issues. Trust me, I know, I got a Territory. Tend to be tender. There we go. Right, now on the front rubber. Apparently Territories are known to have interior leakage, but if you daily drive your Territory and keep the damn thing open or stuff like that, it shouldn't get mold or too wet, because this Territory has interior leaks too. As you can see, I stole the chunk out from my Territory because that's the cheapest way to get it fixed. But anyway, so plastics and rubbers are back installed. Now let's get to the other assembly. Right, now you attach the other half of the seat belt back to the seat. Make sure you got it going the right way, but it's a parts car, so if it's the wrong way, it's not really the end of the world. So you get your T50 bit, put them in the hole, line up the bolt hole, screw an in just slight as amount, grab your tool, whatever you have, and just like so. And then with your piece of plastic here, you've got 2 clips, and then you've got your feet there. Just line the feet up in the square holes, line the clips up, and boom. Your seat belt is now attached back to your seat, and the cover's now back on. Right, now it's time for your side covers. So this goes under the driver's seat, or under the seat, and it's a bit of a pain, but if you wiggle it in there just right, sometimes forcing it works. It's Territory. Just wiggle it, slam on it, dunk it, whatever you need to do to it. And just like that's back in. Grab your screw. Goes in that single screw hole there. Screw it into place. Now obviously if you're doing this to a good car, you do a much better job at it than I'm doing. Like I wouldn't do this to my good daily driver. Screw it back in. Grab your foam block if you still have them, and covers the screw hole. And now with the other piece of plastic, you just line up these 2 tabs into the square holes there in the plastic here, and screw it there. Just line up in the tabs, and just like so. Just grab your screwdriver. 1 screw there. unscrew at the other end. Completely different to a Falcon, I'll tell you that. Now your territory scuff plate panel screw cover thingy me bob. If you've got the stainless ones, be careful. If you've got the plastic ones, yeah, no one really cares. Just line up your tabs in the holes, just like so, and just push down on. Front, back together. Now for the back here, as I mentioned, it's broken. As you can see, it's broken. It's supposed to be attached to this piece that kind of goes on the seat. It's supposed to be one massive piece, but I accidentally broke it in the parts car. When I taken my seatbelts out, I didn't break this. I actually taken my time on it. But again, I broke it in the parts car, so I can't exactly show you how big it is or what's the correct way of getting it out. But obviously, if you guys are careful enough, it should just come out, because it's kind of ridiculous. You need to remove your seat to take this panel out to get your front seat belt out. Fords are good cars. It's just half of them are pain in the bum. And yeah, anyway, so with your panel, you just obviously it's going to be a lot more big fight if you actually take the whole thing out. But you just jam it back in there, just like so. Put that one clip in its hole and put the one screw in that you have, or multiple, whatever. Screw it in. If you can line up the hole, come on. There we go. And yeah, screw cover thingy, and just slap in the hole just like that. And there you have it, guys. That's how you remove and reinstall a seatbelt in a Ford Territory SX, SY, SY2, SC. So 2004 to 2016 Territory. Now I'm saying the SCs are the same. I should really check because we have an SC Territory, but I'm pretty sure it's the same sort of setup. Again, guys, if it seems rash or doesn't seem right, it's because well, it's a Territory. They fight a little bit on you. The phone's about to go flat, and I'm trying to beat the heat. And that's why some of my videos take a while to come out. Either I get busy, it's really windy, really wet, or really hot. So I've got some time now, and I just done this video. So again, that's how you remove front seat belts and a Ford Territory from 04 to 2016. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, comment, hype it, share it around. Hello from Australia to New Zealand and South Africa, because they have these cars too. And again, I hope you enjoyed it. Bye guys. Thanks for everything.